Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays the Binding of Isaac. We're in a random again, and oh happy day. This is the second recording of the day, and it's the second time we have randomed ourselves, or in this case, randomed Isaac, I guess, to be 100% accurate. Because, you know, I don't have a huge ego about myself. I've realized that I am not actually the character in the Binding of Isaac. That would be a weird, like, inability to dissociate myself from fantasy, which would probably be indicative of some kind of mental illness. But in any case, whatever mental illness that would be, I don't have that one. Maybe some other ones, not to make light of the issue. In fact, I take it all back. In any case, we're wearing a, bright red scrotum around our necks, which indicates that we have obtained an HP upgrade right off the bat here, which is very nice as Isaac. Can I just allow me to talk about how the last run went? There were a lot of decisions to be made on the last run, and I think I made a couple of bad ones, but we still ended up getting to Blue Baby, and we had a reasonably close fight against Blue Baby. I don't really want to use the doctor's remote, but I will just to see if maybe, like, we can luckily find the secret room. I really doubt it. We'll probably end up... No. We'll probably end up leaving this floor without having an item from the item room, which is shitty, but, you know, we want to hold on to the D6 as is. We may get... Oh, we may get very lucky and have one more reroll left, which we would almost certainly use on the item room instead of the boss room, just because the boss room, it's incapable of dropping... Oh, that was really lucky. That's why you always shoot the poop, or why I try to remember to always shoot the poop. To get a nickel out of that might actually have an appreciable impact on our run. But anyway, if there's an enemy in this room, and indeed there are multiple enemies in this room, we can get a D6 charge. We will use that in all likelihood to reroll the doctor's remote, hopefully pick up any kind of passive item. But anyway, what I was getting at earlier, the last run, main kind of moment of turning points in that run was when I decided to go very early on in the game, get rid of D6, take Guppy's Paw, and Whore of Babylon, and try to go for that, like, high damage rate off the bat. It ended up working out reasonably well, and, you know, had things gone slightly differently, that run could have changed to have worked in my favor. Unfortunately, that's not how it worked out, but we still basically got as close as you can get to beating the game without actually beating the game, so I'm okay with that. And we will try to atone for previous mistakes here, and at the very least continue our run of half-decent form, which I mostly at this point, I guess, define as being able to beat the chest. Or being able to get to the chest. I used to define good run as getting to Mom's Heart or beating Mom's Heart, I guess I should say. That's where, like, boiler races end. Oh, that was scary. But now I'm gonna say, you know, I'm not content unless I get to the chest. Now, I'm getting pooped on by Larry Jr. here. Taking 1.5 hearts of damage against him is not great, but at least I'm not costing myself a chance at a deal with the devil, because we're only on basement part 1, so it's impossible for us to get a deal with the devil here unless we get a Joker card, which is, of course, not very likely at this point. Unless, I don't know if Green Guy has a special drop. He just has a lot of health. So I'm definitely going to pick up the HP plus damage upgrade that was dropped as a result of this. That is a pretty good upgrade. It has kind of messed up our eyes and made us look like a particularly racist caricature, but that's okay. I did just know that I don't endorse it as we come back here to the item room and get ready to reroll our doctor's remote into Luckfoot, which means that we will exclusively get not bad pills as far as I can remember. And this is an item that can have a very major impact on things if our pill rotation now includes things like, you know, full health, health up, tears up, balls of steel, stuff like that. It could actually make a very, very major impact. And it's a deal with the devil item that is now out of the rotation, which means, oh, for one bomb, we could easily get 7 cents there, which is a great trade. But it does mean that I have a greater chance of getting deal with the devil items that I like, I suppose. Now, without any keys, obviously we'll be looking to pick some of those up, probably in that arcade. But first things first, we want to come down here. We can only have good pills, so, oh, this is the worst mob trap room, though. Because the first mob trap room, for whatever reason, now, like, exclusively... Yep, there you go. I always take one hit on these flies. Exclusively pops up 2 waves of flies. I think this was something that was fixed in Spider Mod, but since I'm not using Spider Mod, I'm using the Northernlion specific mod. That doesn't really help me out in this situation, but that's okay. It's not really cheap damage. There's still, you know, ways to avoid it, I suppose. We got a Balls of Steel pill, and that's pretty good, because that does make me feel way more confident about playing the bejesus out of our blood bank here. Obviously, as I play the blood bank, I will be looking for the HP upgrade, but HP plus speed upgrade, I guess, if you want to get pedantic about it. But also, I'm going to be playing the three-headed man here in the hopes of picking up some keys, obviously. So red hearts would also be awesome because those effectively equate to extra money, of course, but HP upgrade, if I could only choose one, it would definitely be that. With 20 cents, I will just continue. Maybe I'll play a little bit on the fortune teller as well. I don't think it can give me a key, but it can give me tarot cards that could possibly give me a key. The moon just teleports me to the secret room instantly, which is nice, but we need a little bit more than that right now. Oh, Curved Horn, that's a damage increase. What do we have from our dude here? And Luckfoot also makes it so I always win from these, or at least I always win from Fortune Tellers, I think, which makes this a pretty smoking deal, because we could possibly get the Crystal Ball here, and I would probably re-roll it just because I'm scum, but let's see here. We're gonna keep gambling here. What is our other card? I totally forgot. The Moon, right? And this is the Hanged Man. It doesn't do that much for us. Okay, we got some keys now, so we don't have to immediately keep this going. And then we'll check out what we've got going on. We should probably go to the Moon card before we do anything else, just because, you know, we're going to need that money, but we'll check in here anyway. Blue Candle. So, it's extremely tempting because Blue Candle is an incredibly good item, but by the same token, I would rather not do it because we did roll with Blue Candle last time, and I'd rather have some fun with the D6 this time. So in the interest of making it a little bit more interesting, why don't we take the Curved Horn out of here? We'll take our money, and this will give us a D6, and then there's another Blood Bank in here, weirdly enough, but we'll come back. I am not going to blow it up yet, but I'm tempted to, of course. With one more key, we don't want to do that. We want to be able to go to our item room first. But now with 19 cents, we'll come down, and I'm trying to think. If I buy Blue Candle and then reroll, will it reroll and give me the item for free? I was thinking about doing that just to get Blue Candle like out of the rotation. This is fine, though. We did end up picking up the map, which is going to show us the location of all secret rooms from this point onwards. I made kind of a major mistake there, in all honesty, playing the Blood Bank before actually using Two of Hearts. I should use Two of Hearts first. But in the meantime, we're just going to play the fuck out of this Fortune Teller, which continues to pay out exclusively with amazing things. Well, not amazing, I guess, but things that do have some meaning to me. I mean, look at this. I am at, what is this, 6 Spirit Hearts already on the 2nd floor? That's pretty remarkable. And, why is my damage? Oh, I guess my damage is increased because of Curved Horn. That makes a lot of sense, actually. So, do we win? No. We want to take... These are the cards that I want. And you know what? I'm okay just using Two of Hearts right away, and then we'll get some more money out of this, and then, as a result of this more money, we'll probably get some more Spirit Hearts at the very least. Hopefully, I want to get the actual, like, items of value out of these things, but whatever. It's fine either way. More Spirit Hearts is cool, too. More money is fine. Was there a Red Heart available in the shop? We're spending a lot of time on our, you know, merely 2nd floor here, but still. I mean, it might be nice to buy another Spirit Heart. We're already at, like... Oh, that was dumb. That was really... But I got a nickel out of it, so at least I'll get 1 Spirit Heart for the half Spirit Heart that I gave up there. Or I could just save the money, which is probably what I'll do. And I still think Curved Horn is the best of these trinkets, and we're just going to keep playing this, because honestly, the more Spirit Hearts we get, the better our life becomes. And if we get some reroll pedestals, that would make this room better as well, but obviously I also want to... I also want to pick up a bunch of health, if possible, so that we're feeling relatively okay. Okay, so Fly Love is gone now. We picked up every... Oh, why did I pick up Fly Love when I could have rerolled it? Well, yeah, I would have gotten double rerolls out of this room, but that's okay. Alright, so we're going to leave here, and we still haven't been to our item room, but that's fine. We're going to look to get our D6 charged up. I probably will trade 1 bomb for 7 cents, just because that's exactly the magic number in order to get us to a meaningful level of money for the next shop. And I apologize that took forever, but by the same token, I think it was a very smart decision to do what I did there, because what did I end up leaving with? Well, like 10 extra Spirit Hearts, which is awesome. Fly Love, Curved Horn, this Empress card, which may or may not be worth something. The map, and I have 15 cents again, so that's awesome. And I will pop open this golden chest as well. Now, there's another blood bank over here. Oh my god, we got another... That paid for itself very, very quickly. We got another key, so already we paid basically 0. But then in addition to that, we picked up a bunch of money, like 5 cents, and at least 1 bomb. So a pretty good golden chest. Any golden chest where you also get a key out of it is already it's paid for itself. But all right, probably the hardest possible permutation for this Monstro fight. This is double Monstro and double red Monstro at that. These guys have a little bit less health, but they're a little faster. Plus, there's 2 of them. I think they're a little faster. They might be the same speed. I don't know. Maybe just because they're smaller, I perceive that they're faster. That was awful damage to take. Obviously, I still do not want to lose Spirit Hearts, despite how kind of buffed up I am with respect to those. We're going to hope for a deal with the devil, but we didn't get one. And you know what? I am totally going to take Squeezy for the rate of fire upgrade as well as the extra Spirit Hearts. And we'll come back here and we'll re-roll the IV bag in the hopes of picking up something else. But in the meantime, before we do that, why don't we come back down here and play this blood bank a little bit more. We'll get, at the very least, another 3 or 4 cents. And we got the blood bag, which I'm totally going to pick up. So I would say, you know, without a doubt, the second floor has been of monumental importance for us. We've already doubled our starting health as Isaac, and in addition to that, we've got a staggering number of spirit hearts. The hourglass is bad, but there's a small chance I might be able to get a reroll built for it. And this is why I didn't want to go with blue candle, because by way of having the reroll, we can make some really funny stuff happen, and some very good stuff as well. It hasn't really benefited us crazy so far. I totally forgot that we hadn't even been to the item room either. What I should have done, probably, is waited to see what we had in the item room before using a reroll, but it's hard to imagine it being worse than IV bag. Well, we got a little bit more money. So, you know, if I still had IV bag, I guess I could snag a little bit more money out of it. The golden chest gave us a little bit more health, and another key compensates us a little bit. Loki's horns is a tiers upgrade, and with Luckfoot, do we, like, constantly shoot that around? I know Luckfoot is not necessarily a luck upgrade, but, I thought maybe it might synergize like that. But alas, we will be leaving our IV bag on this floor, which has been permutated into an hourglass. Apart from that, though, feeling pretty solid about our chances here. We kind of look like a weirdly scatological Austin Powers here. So, Roid Rage is a speed plus range upgrade that I could have rerolled. Oh, he pooped out that bullet. I did not see that coming. Yeah, we could have rerolled it, but honestly, anytime there's an attribute upgrade in the mob trap room, I'm okay with it. And probably, because it's a passive and I like having extra speed plus range, odds are that there will be either an item in the shop, or an item in the item room, or an item in the boss room, or deal with the devil room, or possibly both or all three of those that require a reroll instead. So what do I want now from the shop? We have our map. Unfortunately, that's not going to let me find the secret room on this floor because life isn't fair, which is a rich thing to say after getting so many great upgrades. But anyway, we would love to get the Nun's Habit in particular. Nun's Habit is very much better, I think, than the battery or the 9-volt with for use of the D6, because you can choose to hurt yourself to get the benefits out of it, and sometimes you don't even have to hurt yourself. Sometimes you're just playing a blood bank or something, and you can get, you know, basically unlimited rerolls. Halo of Flies I will pick up without rerolling. So far, this has been a very good floor for kind of existing drops. Now, these are not the best drops in the game, in my opinion. Certainly, if it was like, well, if this was like The Price is Right and you're spinning the wheel and the wheel landed on Halo of Flies and I would lose if somebody rolled a better item, would I stick with Halo of Flies? Probably not. It could win, but it's probably unlikely. Another key that's very fortuitous for us. We'll talk about that. In the meantime, I will pick up the Curved Horn. It's kind of a no-brainer in my opinion. And I'll take the key as well, but we'll re-roll this Mom's Underwear. And we'll get the pills, which is actually an extremely good item when you're in the situation I'm in, which is having the Luckfoot. Basically, we're Kane right now, but I'm not going to take it because, again, the D6 is just too much fun to pass up. So at the very least, our reroll got us 2 Spirit Hearts there, which is a pretty sizable benefit. We can't see where the boss room is. This is caves or catacombs? Caves or catacombs? Let's play the game that everyone loves to hate. It's caves. Okay, that's good. That means I don't know if that changes the floor size, but it does make me feel a little bit more confident. We may have more rooms. Ooh, luck up. Okay, we may have enough rooms to reroll both the potential kind of corridor of the boss and the deal with the devil room, as well as the bottle of pills back there into some kind of passive, presumably. And since we don't know where the boss room is, if we don't see it at the end of the next room, then we will go back and reroll the pills just to maximize our chances of getting double rerolls. Another key there. Unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on your perspective, we do see it, so, you know, more information is never a bad thing. We will use 2 keys here. First one paid for itself with respect to keys and also gave us a lot of money. Second one gave us Tammy's Head, which is... now we've got a lot of rerolls, let's put it that way. So, we don't have any way to replenish, or we have a lot of reroll targets, I should say. We don't have any way to replenish our D6, which means, unfortunately, Tammy's Head is probably going to get left behind. Well, either Tammy's Head or the bottle of pills is going to get left behind, and I can't really choose. Or I shouldn't say I can't really choose, but it doesn't matter which one gets left, basically. I might as well reroll the Tammy's Head because it's closer to us, and that means we have to move less, and I am all for that. In the meantime, we are engaging in fisticuffs with Peep here, which is a relatively easy fight, all things considered. Certainly could be worse. We could be going up against his older brother, Bloat. In the meantime, though, another 5 or 6 shots, he'll be dead. We did earn a deal with the devil this time. We will, of course, take our HP upgrade. And what do we have on the deal with the devil? Krampus. So, we will take the lump of coal upgrade from Krampus, just because it's nice to have basically a passive damage increase, and all I have to do is, you know, walk away from enemies to make it as viable as possible. And the reroll is better used for something else, I think. This is a judgment call. I know a lot of people would be more interested in rerolling Krampus's item because it does give you... It pulls from the Deal with the Devil pool as opposed to pulling from, like, the entirety of all the items in the game pool. But I like taking Lump of Coal now. It's a passive, and it increases our damage, which is very valuable to me, whereas the other items available are actives that I am not going to take. So... you know, there's a case to be made for both sides. I've made my case, and that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. We got another dime there. We are getting stupid lucky with respect to our money drops, or currency drops so far. Harlequin Baby, we'll pick it up. There might be a small chance that we could get another reroll and use it on the pills. Nope, there is not. So we'll leave this floor. And again, I can't complain. You know, we picked up Lump of Coal, Harlequin Baby as well, Halo of Flies, HP upgrade, and Mom's Purse. We don't have a second trinket, unfortunately, but we're on Catacombs, which is bad, but we can see where the secret room is, which is good. 3 cents for a bomb. Basically, more or less market value. Okay, let's find terminals first, because we want to not waste our rerolls, or the number of rooms available that we could use for a reroll. Our damage is good. Obviously, I would like it to be better, but it's good. And... now it's like, we'll walk in here, just look at it. I want to use that room to probably charge a reroll later. We might end up wasting a room or two, which I don't really like the idea of. Oh, what have I done here? I got them split up. If I had kept them together, would have been a little bit less harrowing, but we're fine nonetheless. So hopefully, yes, good. We did find our item room, so this is actually perfect. We will have the exact number of rooms necessary to get a charge on our D6, so we can reroll the item room. And golden key is beautiful. Bomb bag. We'll reroll it. It's just not good enough. Game Kid. Worse, quite frankly. But, you know, if I end up effectively costing myself just a bomb bag on this floor, I'll still feel okay about it. We can always... well, I guess we could have taken the matchstick earlier, but anyway. There's 2 bombs for 3 bombs is a great deal. And... we still have this Empress card, which we will hold on for a long time. Hold on to for a long time, I guess I should say. Why don't we fight the boss right away? This is not the best use of our resources. I will use the Empress card. The fact that I don't have a D6 is actually kind of okay because we're fighting the Fallen. So even if I get a Deal with the Devil and can't reroll it, I will be able to reroll whatever Deal with the Devil item this guy gives me eventually if it sucks. If it's good, of course, we'll just take it. But Fallen, obviously, very easy with the items that we have, as well as the fact that I use the Empress card, which gives me stupid damage to absolutely ruin his day. He's dead, and he dropped Brother Bobby, which, quite frankly, is just not good enough. I hope that this gives us the... it draws from the pool of Deals with the Devil. We'll see, though. So I think it's fair to say that probably one of these things is not going to get re-rolled. Either the item room or the shop. Oh, that's really good. Either the item room or the shop, or... the boss room. And I think we may have actually primed ourselves for deals with the angel at this point, having not received a deal with the devil over the course of the entire game so far, which is kind of surprising now. Obviously, good killing power so far. I'm enjoying this run. We're not in an uncomfortable position from a health standpoint. I don't think we're over the top yet with respect to being able to win, but we do have some decent items. So we will check out our bottom room here, and then we've got, like, probably one more reroll available on the other side. That was a smart dodge there. I almost didn't go in that direction, and that probably would have caused me to take damage. We haven't picked up any Spirit Hearts in a long time. We're still coasting on our old ones, but it's okay. And now it's like, do you want to reroll the Brother Bobby, or do you want to reroll the Game Kid, which you can't even use? At least Brother Bobby's a passive, but I'm going to reroll it because the pool could be a lot better here. Could also be a lot worse, as you can see. So, Dead Cat we're not going to take, as fun as it would be, and as much as some people like me taking this item. I have an incredibly bad win rate with it, so I'm not going to roll with it. And now I'm getting a little scared. We should have one... we have guaranteed, unless there's just, like, beautiful bounties of no enemies and a bunch of chests here, one reroll available. We may have 2 if there is a greed in the shop, which is almost ideal at this point. Either greed or a good item, I guess, or Nun's Habit. If there's Nun's Habit, then we can get as many rerolls as we effectively are comfortable sacrificing health to get, but, oh, that was... I knocked him right into myself, lost a whole Spirit Heart fighting the last one on the room. That hurts. Okay, so this should be our first reroll, and then the whole, you know, greed gambit we'll talk about later, but, certainly I do not want to take dead cat in this situation. We'll take our bomb and we'll backtrack up here. And help me feel better about myself, please, by giving me either a flying item, or the mark, or the pact, or brimstone, or mom's knife, or, you know, even if they gave me the nail or something, I would at least be like, well, thank you. Or Guppy's head. It's a free Guppy item at least. Mom's knife. Beautiful. That is a good turnaround. So I know people hate when I take mom's knife, but we haven't gotten it in a long, long time. I think it's almost been like, it feels like it's been rebalanced or something at this point, because it shows up so rarely. It used to be like a once every 2, once every 3 runs type deal. Now it shows up maybe like once every 10 runs. Not that people are necessarily complaining, but what it does mean is that I don't feel bad about mom's knife when I have the opportunity to take it. So we actually will not have the option of getting another reroll. So it's good that we made this work. I think we can afford to buy a couple things out here. We still have enough money to at least go to one more shop, probably 2, and I will sacrifice 1 spirit heart to come in here and get 2 spirit hearts, so effectively we got 1 extra there. Alright, very good floor. Picking up mom's knife makes this probably not a guaranteed win, but with the amount of health we have, if we are lucky enough to pick up a Guppy's Paw or something like that, that would give us 21 spirit hearts in addition to what we already have. That would probably be enough to carry us. There are still other items I would like, but now that we have mom's knife, those are substantially less necessary than they would otherwise be. We could trade a bomb for a key there. I don't think it's totally necessary. Alright, Depth Spar 1. Let's start having some fun here. So I'm looking for the terminals as soon as possible so that I can plan my D6 rolls effectively. Isaac has really taken on kind of new life for me now that I've started scumming the D6. Like, I stopped thinking of the D6 as like a way to get better items, and I started thinking of it as a way to not necessarily break the game, because again, I don't break the game nearly as much as some other Isaac content producers, but as a way to kind of like have fun. It's helped me enjoy myself in that regard a lot more. So the stars card takes us directly to the item room, which is good because we are going to have a D6 roll available immediately after this room. Stars, yes, the stars card is the item room, right? Good. I'm not crazy dumb. We will re-roll that immediately. The razor blade's just not good enough. Portable slot, also not good enough. So we'll come back and we'll re-roll that. And now that we're kind of over here, we can get some re-rolls quickly and easily, presumably. Almost took some really stupid damage there, but it's okay. Portable slot I could probably get some value out of, but I don't know how to use it as effectively as some other people, so I don't necessarily want to do that or try that. So there's our shop. And I'm just trying to look at how we can do this. We have enough bombs to get around here, even if we don't end up gaining any more bombs. That's fine. We will gain some more bombs, though, I think. We might as well check out our shop right off the bat as well. It might give us a D6 charge. That's kind of what I was banking on, and it's kind of how it went down, so good. At this point, the Steam sale is it's a reroll, but it's probably better to reroll whatever's in the item room. I think it's just a larger pool, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Obviously, there's still a decent number of rooms available. I don't want to take the Steam sale because we only have 1 shop remaining, but we'll reroll portable slot here. The wafer. That is a crazy good item. Essentially, wafer means half damage past the... It doesn't give us damage resistance now, but once we get into the area of the game where all enemies do double damage, this will keep damage at half of a heart per hit. So that is obviously crazy good. And synergizes especially well when you're also doing a ton of damage. So I came and did that room just so that if the boss room is up here, I will be able to get a reroll available for it. And it is indeed here, so that turned out to be a pretty smart play. And why don't we just fight our boss then? Now, I have taken a deal with the devil item, but it was lump of coal, so I don't know if that is actually going to forbid me from taking deals with the angel. It may not matter. We're not going to take Cat of Nine Tails yet. Are any of these even useful for me? Like, the pact might be useful, but I don't know. Brimstone, not so much. Let's re-roll both of them. Oh, are you kidding me? Well, you know what? No, I'm not even going to take Guppy's tail. Fuck it. I didn't like that. We've already been to, like, all rooms of value here, but part of the fun of a D6 run is scumming it up a little bit, so let's come back here and we'll check out our other rooms to see if there's anything crazy good, or we can get another charge and re-roll our, Oop, a little scared here. Get another charge and re-roll Cat of Nine Tails, which is one of the worst items in the game, in my opinion. We've already been to our item room, our secret room, I think. Oh, man, we opened a golden chest to get 3 keys. I didn't take Guppy's tail, and I kind of regret it now. And the reason I regret it is not because, oh, golden chests could have a lot of value. It's because golden chests could be re-rolled, so that gives us a much-needed, like, re-roll target later in the game. But I really thought we'd get, like, a Lord of the Pit or a Spirit of the Night possibility, and we'd be able to get a flying item, which would actually meaningfully change the quality of our run. Clearly, that's not what ended up happening, but it's possible we can walk back in there and still have a deal with the devil, although I think it's exceptionally rare. That extra money's good. We're not going to do anything just yet. We'll look for the secret room, like... second secret room, I should say, like here. I thought maybe that might work. But we're going to play Judgment first. We have a D6 available. This is just in case maybe, like, this D6 is worse, but it's not. Oh, sorry, this item is worse than Cat of Nine Tails. It's clearly not. If we get a good... oh, no, never mind. There's two items we could reroll here. One of them is Cat of Nine Tails, and the other one is the Steam Sale. Which one's worse for us? They're both basically meaningless. Technically, the Steam Sale could end up saving us, like, 8 cents, which makes it the mildest bit better than Cat of Nine Tails. But let's reroll Cat of Nine Tails here. It's another HP upgrade, and then we'll go back to our remaining 3 rooms. If any of them has no enemies in it, we might as well just leave because we won't be able to get another D6 charge. But if they do have enemies, then we might as well go fight them, because that means that we will be able to reroll the Steam Sale once, and maybe we'll pick up some bombs or keys along the way. Who knows? In any case, it's looking very good so far, as you are quite obviously aware, if I had to guess. Bomb's Knife plus, what do we have? 9 red hearts plus 1,000 spirit hearts is a very nice position to be in, and I consider myself very lucky to be in that position. Not even any need to sacrifice a bomb for a key in this situation. Oh, well, maybe we will now. More money, sure, just makes the Steam Sale an even worse value proposition. And at this point, we already have more than we could ever need for the remainder of the game, unless we come across, you know, at least 2 judgments in all likelihood. And I would love to hit a demon judgment at this point, but we'll see if it happens. Yeah. Okay, zombies. Easy room here. It's looking pretty good. As long as this last room does have enemies in it, we will be able to get our D6 charge. We got another key back. And now, you know, why not, right? It's 14 bombs and 11 keys. So if we take a 12th key, then it evens it up a little bit. What can I say? I'm a fan of symmetry. And I can't believe we're only on the Depths Part 1. And it's been a very, very long run so far. It happens when you use the D6 because you want to maximize your value, right? Please? Yes. Okay, good. So we'll get one more reroll. This is all, you know, based on possibilities. So it's totally possible that we'll reroll this and it'll be an item that's shitty. But at least maybe we'll have the opportunity to take something we don't like out of the rotation so it doesn't show up later. And maybe, you know, best case scenario, we end up picking up a really, really good item. I don't know if there's a shop item rotation where, like, if I reroll, I'm likely to get the quarter or something like that. I don't know. Doesn't really matter to me. This is it. It's all about learning, right? Once you're comfortable, learning is the most important part. We got the Steam Sale. We re-rolled the Steam Sale, got the Steam Sale. All right. So that's a little bit of effort wasted for basically no reason. But down to the next floor. We did get a lot of value out of that. Probably, in hindsight, maybe taking the Pact might have been smart. Give us some more Spirit Hearts at the very least. But I'm expecting... okay, let's talk about hopes first, and then we'll talk about expectations. I hope I find a compass or a flying item. If I get either of those two, I would consider myself very happy. I expect to find greed in this shop and not get the compass. Well, we got the 9-volt, though, which is actually, you know, basically makes it cuts it in half the speed at which we... well, no, it cuts it in 1/3, the speed at which we get D6 reroll. So it's good. I mean, I would have preferred the Nun's Habit. A little bit more effective. But, you know, the 9-volt's certainly not bad. Again, better than my expectations. As I told you my expectations. Now, I've kind of botched our trajectory here because there's our boss room, but I don't want to fight our boss straight away. And there's also a boss trap room, but I can't go in it yet. So we'll look for both the item room and an arcade if possible. And if we do come across an arcade, then lucky us, because we will be able to get to that boss trap room. I fully expect to take damage on this room. This is why I need a flying item, or would very much desire a flying item, more accurately. We don't need too much by this point. But for rooms like this, or rooms where dodging is essentially impossible unless you can fly. So we're going to take the Miter without re-rolling it. Fantastic item. And, you know, it's not like I probably, again, I don't need the Miter right now. But what if I re-roll the Miter, what am I hoping to get? You know, a reaction is probably the uncharacteristic example there. So, I expected to find an arcade, and we did. So let's come in here and... you know, it's a little, what I'm doing here is a little ballsy, but let's keep in mind that I fully expect to run into the the blood bag, and if we don't, well, we still have a number of Spirit Hearts to buoy us for a long time, and maybe we'll get an HP upgrade on that boss trap room anyway, and if we don't, we can re-roll and maybe get one, but, you know, who knows. There we go. I fully expected that to happen, as mentioned. I'm not too worried about re-rolls anymore. I'm just going to go fight these rooms. I hate... well, I don't hate it, but I really am not as big of a fan as some people are of the left hand. We do have Mom's Purse, so I could take left hand and Polaroid down to the next floor, but I don't want to do that. I don't think... I'd rather take Curved Horn, which is just a straight damage upgrade, rather than something that spawns chests, which oftentimes give me spiders. So why don't we... Yeah, I guess we'll just clear out the rest of this floor just to make sure there's no incredible special rooms down here. And if there are, we'll go to them. If there aren't, we'll go to them anyway. 2 of clubs we'll definitely take to buoy up our bomb situation with 28 of those. I doubt we will ever need more. We will check for, again, our second secret room. It could be in this location here. That was a total botch, but that's okay. 2 bombs to do this. And this... Oh, okay. Well, we got to be very careful about this. But this does mean that it again could be possible for me to go to the boss trap room. Instead, Anarchist Cookbook, which we will pick up and then put down and reroll the shit out of. And we'll get Technology 2. Alright, so as we charge Mom's Knife, we are also firing a laser now. How much damage does the laser do? Let's try to defeat enemies without using Mom's Knife. And the laser does no damage? Okay, so is it just like... It's just cosmetic then? Or is it like an incredibly small hitbox? If I had known that it didn't do anything, I would not have taken it because it's just annoying to look at. It's like, it makes it look like I've got a dead pixel on my monitor or something, or a dead line. But, you know, so be it. Shit happens, right? You live and you learn. Technology 2 plus Mom's Knife doesn't seem to be providing me with too much in the way of value. That being said, another Spirit Heart is always nice. I've taken a little bit more damage than I would like to at this point on the floor. We didn't get a compass, we didn't get a flying item, but we did learn something. So that's, you know, secondary but solved. And we will take the Polaroid here. We will be able to reroll whatever the item is. We will not have the opportunity to go to that boss trap room, and we will not have the opportunity to get a deal with the devil. But regular Mom is kind of ideal for us here. Nice balance, easy to take out. I don't mind fighting the other moms, but they're a little bit easier with Blue Candle, whereas this mom, it's like perfect for Mom's Knife. Actually, Red Mom would probably still be easier, but when is it not, I guess. This is nice, keeps us on our toes, but it's also incredibly easy. Okay, so we're going to re-roll the 8-ball, and we'll take the Polaroid with us. And we got Tears Upgrade. Is that valuable? I don't know, but we have to take it at this point. So, Polaroid Curved Horn. I would pretty easily be persuaded to trade some of those. Or, well, trade one of those. I think it's fairly obvious which one has to stay. Should probably take that bomb. And remember, we have the wafer at this point, so I should only be taking... Well, that cost me 1 whole Spirit Heart because I'm bad, but we should only be taking half of the damage. It really wants me to take 9 lives. Okay, but this is fine. We traded 2 Spirit Hearts and we got the Relic. That is a trade that will pay for itself. I realize I left a bomb back there. Feel free to unsubscribe from me if that is unacceptable Isaac play at this point. But also, feel free to look at the items that I have and then, you know, probably put that in perspective a little bit. We're still... Our damage is not incredible. I mean, okay, our damage is really, really good, but it's not the best I've ever seen, is what I'm getting at. A Polyphemus would be a welcome improvement. Not that we need it necessarily. And again, why not be complete scums and just play the fuck out of like all of this stuff down here because we can. I probably should play the what am I thinking here? We got is that another Sun card? Is that 2? No, one of them is the Empress now. I probably should take Mom's Pearl is what I was actually going to say there, even though it does cost us some damage. So that was what I was hoping for, you know, the HP upgrade. We have to be very cautious that we don't get the tick here. Safety cap could be really good for us, actually. D20 would be amazing here. Burnt Penny, not so good. I'm hoping to get more Spirit Hearts, in all honesty, but we already got the HP upgrade, so who's greedy now? I'm greedy now. We're going to take Mom's Pearl and the Polaroid, and then we have the Empress. I wanted to take the Sun card out of here for sure. It's a tower. We have the Sun card. This is exactly the permutation that I want. Sure. Mom's Pearl, Polaroid, the Sun. Mom's Pearl, I believe, is increased Spirit Heart drops, which is not actually that important for us, but I didn't want to mess around too much more. And honestly, is Curved Horn as a damage upgrade really more valuable than more HP when you already have Mom's Knife and fairly good damage, even though I just complained about how little damage I had? Well, not complained, but you know what I mean. I think so. Mostly it was like, I don't want to fuck around with it. Now, will Conquest... That was really bad. Will Conquest ever give us anything but the white pony. I guess we're about to find out. I will continue to take a spirit heart and a half of damage, I guess. Luckily, I have the wafer, so it's not even that bad, and we also generate spirit hearts at an absurd pace, so if I lose 20 spirit hearts here, we'll probably still be absolutely fine. Not a good fight so far, though. My damage is so bad. I almost feel like taking technology nerfed my damage like crazy or something. Anyway, we'll pick it up, put it back down, see where the bad guys are to be found, and make them lay down. Reroll that to a range upgrade, which I accidentally slid into when I could have had some fun on this floor. Oh well. Now, we'll try to find our boss again. Even without the compass, managed to make that last floor get by in pretty quick time. Now, we'll see if we can make it happen again. Obviously, if we can find another fortune teller, we can make some fun stuff happen. Getting that HP plus speed upgrade, probably pretty valuable. Well, I mean, it probably won't make too much of a difference, but I'm glad I have it regardless. Balls of Steel, also quite nice. And we have more than enough keys to go to the chest, which is the next thing I was looking for. I really feel like taking technology 2 might have like sapped some of the damage from Mom's knife somehow. That's so unfortunate if that's true. It might just be, you know, the placebo effect or something going on here, but it's how it feels to me right now. And is this the boss room? It's not, but well, we'll blow this up anyway. And actually, I probably should have blown it up on the other side. Could have saved a bomb and gone to... Ooh, it's interesting. Yeah, okay, let's go to this room just to see what's in here first. And it's just money, which is expected. And then we'll come down here and we'll fight in our mob trap room. And mob trap room contains poison touch. That's actually really, really great. I was kind of hoping that would show up at some point. And as for our sun card, something I'll probably... You know, I've mentioned the many uses of the sun card on multiple occasions. I will probably save this this time and use it as a full health card, because that is effectively, you know, 11 extra HP. I should stop just running into enemies. It's a really stupid way to lose all these spirit hearts, even if I do take half damage and regenerate them at a crazy rate. That's no excuse for being lazy. Now, again, damage, not so good, right? Like, I'm still... It's better than my last run, and my last run I did pretty well on, but it's not as good as it could be. Balls of Steel is a nice pill to get, though. So yeah, let's not be careless here. Many locations for the boss room. I'm going to guess it's on the right side, but I'm going to go up first, just in case it's up here, because it could save me a lot of time. And that's an arcade, so... You know, there's something to be said for... Oh, I can't fly. I can't believe I didn't get hit there. There's something to be said for going to that arcade and probably earning another blood bag, I guess. And I could probably... I mean, the thing is, like, getting another blood bag at this point makes no difference, probably, in the quality of my run. But if it goes bad... then that makes a huge difference in the quality of my run. Instead, I'll just reroll Mr. Boom. Do we know what this is? Maybe this is full health. It's pretty fly. That's good, too. So we'll pick up Mr. Boom, put him down, and reroll him. At least we have something to kind of distract us from the length of this floor. Monster Manuel. Not going to take that. So, we have at least a couple of reroll rooms, or reroll charges pending before we find anything of value. And I'm not going to use the sun as a compass card this time, which I think is the right way to do it, because... full health is so crazy valuable for us in this situation. When you don't have a lot of red hearts, might as well use it as a compass. But when you do have a lot of red hearts, it's substantially better to use it as basically a one-up, in some ways at least. Now, I would love to be able to do more damage. Hopefully, at the latest, we'll be able to swing something on the chest that can allow us to pick up Polyphemus or something like it. That's 3 spirit hearts for free. That's pretty good. We'll come back here, and again, I know I could... The real benefit in earning the blood bank, or blood bag, would be having another reroll target, but I certainly don't need that right now. So that's shoop de whoop. That's just a waste to pick up right here. So another 2 rooms will give me another charge, but, you know, I don't want to prioritize the blood bag, unless we already get something fairly good from that Dead Sea Scrolls reroll. And at this point, like, it's not been as crazy a reroll run as a couple I've had recently. And that's fine. Like, not every run has to be like that. But what I'm getting at is, like, the rotation of items is still quite large. And I just walk into him, and we still don't know if our boss room's over here. Obviously, there could potentially be 5 or 6 more D6 charges here, if not more. But we'll take the kind of laborious path backwards here. Obviously, still looking out for a flying item. And we get to, like literally the worst spacebar items over and over await us here. But we'll see if maybe the boss room's up here. And it very well might be. See, I don't have the constitution of guys like Bisnap who can like look at that item as a potential source of enjoyment. And this is obviously, I hate that I even need to say this because it should be so obvious to people. It's obviously not a knock against Bisnap. I love that he, you know, has such encyclopedic game knowledge and enjoys doing stuff like that. But by the same token, I much prefer focusing on just kind of completing things. So we differ in that respect. But I'm sure if he had this target, he would be like, oh boy, I have so many potential rerolls and I can knock everything out of the rotation. Whereas I'm just like, just let me finish, please. Like, not finish the game, that's up in the air, but finish this floor. So this is going to be the last reroll I'm going to do on the formerly Dead Sea Scrolls, now Telepathy for Dummies turrets, or, you know, pedestal, whatever you want to call it. And if it's good, that's good. If it's bad, shit happens, right? Like, I picked it up, take it out of the rotation, and re-roll it to a D20, which is actually kind of awesome now, because now I'm like, okay, let's make some really dumb stuff happen in here. Now this blood bank has substantial value. So the trick is, do not pick up anything that it drops. That's so shitty that it paid out so quickly. We'll just make this happen. We'll do a dumb thing anyway. What is this? We know what this is. Luck up. Even better. Sure, let's win more often. So I'm going to just fill this floor. First I'll pick up the blood bag, because why not, right? But I'm just going to fill this floor with absolute disasters worth items. So I'm going to take the D6 with me from this point onwards. That's another luck up. I guess I'll take it. Oh, don't take that, though. And do we know what this tarot card is? It's the sun, so I want to stick with the sun card. I want to take the spirit heart as well. Those could actually have a major impact on things. The keys, not so much, really. So we just got to be careful. We don't want to accidentally get, like, the tick here, obviously. Or it should be obvious at the very least. But this D20 showing up is actually potentially incredibly hilarious, if nothing else. Now, we could also break the game like this. We want to be a little cautious. Or maybe we just want to do it, because that would be funny. But I wish I could just speed up the process here a little bit. But in the meantime, this is funny nonetheless. We definitely don't need any more bombs than we already have. Every spirit... Oh, I picked up a nickel as well, but... you know, I got the spirit heart too, so fair trade. It's not like we're going to be at any shortage of items here. Some of these will be... Now, what I really want here, and this should be obvious, I guess, is golden chests. And then if I get like 12 golden chests and some of them pay out with items, then I will... I can't get those spirit hearts, unfortunately, but that should tell you how confident I am. Then we'll open them up, and then after we open them up, if they're re-rollable, then we'll go back, get the D6, and get some charges on it. But for now, why don't we just re-roll this? We've made our point. Especially now that we've won another 3. So we'll reroll all these. Not as many golden chests as I would have thought. Which is disappointing, but oh well. It's bad gas. We'll pick up everything else. I'm not going to roll with the D20. I'm going to roll with the D6. Although, you know, now that there's so many of these, like, we could potentially get an even bigger roll next. But that's fine. We'll be up to 36 keys. And our golden chest is not an item, so that's fine. This ended up working out quite well for us nonetheless. Now, could this card be better than the Sun card? It's Wheel of Fortune, which actually is pretty good because we can get it. I'm going to take Wheel of Fortune with me. As good as the Sun card is, why can't I leave? I can't leave the room. Can't leave the room. Okay. Well, I guess in that case, we can't even get a D6 charge, so... Oh, now I can leave. Okay, let's never speak of that again. I took the Sun card with me, but if I actually went back, I would take the Fortune Teller with me so that I could... blow it up and then get another item and reroll 5 items at once in the chest if necessary. But this is fine too. Let's focus on actually winning. We still got like 2 floors left to go, even though this has been a crazy long video so far. It's fine though. What a weird video too, but a fun video as well. So we could have broken the game there probably. It's just not my style though. It's a perfect moment for that to show up. After just mentioning, like, how not my style it is. But I do love fucking up the game with the D6. Like, there's just something about completely ruining the game with that item that is incredibly enjoyable. So I'm not really shooting with Mom's knife. I'm just kind of, like, hanging out. Mostly just letting the damage from me walking into it actually work and do its magic. It's a little scary. Couple more hits should make this basically a foregone conclusion. I'm still not doing nearly as much damage as I would like, but sure, that's fine. We'll go up to the next floor, and again, presumably, you know, second verse same as the first. Let's do exactly the same thing. Found our secret room. The secret room just contains money. I had barely done any damage to those guys, so I don't mind leaving. Keep in mind, we do have the wafer as well, so you know, it should be reasonably easy for us to stay alive here. Not to mention I picked up 1,000 Spirit Hearts when I used my D20. Seriously, the Mom's Knife damage is so underwhelming. It doesn't even one-shot yeah, of course I'm going to come in here, but it doesn't even one-shot enemies right off the top. Okay, so I should have picked up the Bible before re-rolling it. That's fine, though. It doesn't one-shot the Silkworms right off the top is what I was getting at, actually. So we're going to take this death card and just use it to simplify one room for us. This is a room that I'm very happy to skip out on. And it gives us another Sun card, which actually, if we don't find the boss right here, which we didn't, then I'm going to pop the Sun card, and that's going to tell us where the boss is, and we'll take the other Sun card on with us, because obviously you can't take 2 of those down to the next floor. So that saved me probably a decent amount of time. So sometimes you just get lucky, I guess. Well, there's a case to be made for how fun it would have been to have stuck with the D20 as well, but the D20 is also a little bit more of a, like, laborious game, or way to play the game, I should say. And let's just take a quick mental inventory. I apologize if I leave some items out. But in terms of items that I have a crazy amount of health, a crazy amount of Spirit Hearts. On top of that, I have Miter and Relic, and just Spirit Hearts dropping like crazy. I've had the D6, I've had the D20, I have Technology 2, which is doing nothing for me. Mom's Knife, Lump of Coal, ooh, what else? A full suite of orbitals. I think that's basically it, but that's still a ton. 9 volt, I guess, and to go along with the D6. I don't know what I was thinking there. I probably should have just shot at him, but there we go. Problem solved. The only thing that's lacking is damage, weirdly enough, because I have some very seemingly high damage items. It's not like I'm doing crazy low amounts of damage. It's just less than I would expect. Like, I would expect to be doing crazy, like, Mom's Knife Polyphemus levels of damage right now, and for some reason, I'm not. Maybe because of this weird Technology 2 thing going on, but I still think it should be a fairly easy win regardless. I mean, more or less, I'm pretty sure I can just stand next to Isaac and tank all the shots, and I'm probably going to end up doing that just because it's actually going to allow me to kill him more quickly. And I'm pretty sure I have way more Spirit Hearts than Red Hearts, and my Red Hearts are off the screen. So that should tell you something. That's my ideal room right there. And I have the wafer. I totally forgot to mention that. So I take half as much damage, which is dumb and amazing, and I love it. So, sure. Oh, we got flies there. All right, let's, we're just gonna tank Isaac, basically. We have permanent polar, or not permanent polar invincibility, but we also do have Poison Touch, if I remember correctly. Plus, way more than enough keys necessary to open up the next phase of the Isaac fight. Or, sorry, the chests on the chest in the next phase of the game. Plus a full health pill, more or less. So, just keep this up. Isaac's gonna die very quickly. We probably took like 5 to 6 Spirit Hearts of damage, bare minimum. Maybe even more than that, but doesn't matter. When I start to see my Red Hearts go down, then I'll get a little bit anxious about things and maybe play a little safer, but until then, not majorly concerned. This is like, normally when you have Mom's Knife and any other damage items, you touch like an Angel Fetus with the knife and it just dies. Here, they're actually surviving a lot longer. Taking Technology 2 is my major regret on this run. So, let's see what we get here. On the chest, obviously high damage items are what I'm looking for. Quad Shot actually lowers damage with Mom's Knife. That's what BizSnap told me anyway. I'm going to reroll all of these. And I'll take Odd Mushroom because it's an extra damage increaser, but I'm not going to take anything else. Instead, we'll just move onwards, and presumably we'll get a staggering amount of rerolls. Reroll the shit out of everything that we don't want there, which is, you know, effectively everything. And then get some more chances of picking up basically Polyphemus. That's what I want. I want Polyphemus. Or other damage increasers. Max's Head. Unlikely, I guess. But if we just come across the boss room, we'll probably just fight the boss right away. Mostly because I don't see any item making a difference. The only thing that can happen is positive difference. Unless I took like 9 lives or something and all of a sudden, you know, kind of had an aneurysm and chose to take an item that may potentially kill me very easily. I don't know why I'm just running into these guys. I'm impatient. Like, my damage should be better. Now that we have this, we'll come back and reroll all of these. We get... Black Bean, sure. I'm not going to take Sacrificial Dagger. I'm taking Black Bean just because it allows me to do extra damage when I run into enemies. So, why not, right? And, everything else I think is still totally rerollable. If we come into our boss fight, I guess I might as well, like, reroll or take Mr. Mega. But I'm not going to use bombs. I'm probably just going to tank Blue Baby. The stars, yeah, whatever. The sun card's still substantially more valuable. Is this our boss room? No. So, we live to roll again. Might as well drop a bomb in here. Ended up at least hitting one of them. Which is more than you can say all the time anyway. We also found our second secret room. Wouldn't it be funny if that ended up being an Eternal Heart? Maybe funny's not the right word. Like, I can't help but feel like I should be butt-fucking these guys. Like, substantially more than I actually am. I'm poisoning the shit out of them. I've got Mom's knife, lump of coal. But my hearts still continue to not go down, which is the only thing that really matters to me to a crazy extent right now. And the sun card is just at this point like a contingency. Alright, we can do this song and dance again. What's the point though, right? Sure, we'll pop the Hanged Man. Oh, I popped a sun card by accident. Okay, that is actually very dangerous. That's what I get for being a little bit too cocky. I still think it's very unlikely we lose this one, but it could happen. We'll reroll both of these. And we got Kamikaze and the Scent. Now, weirdly enough, Kamikaze might be the right choice. Like, I might be able to do more damage as a result of having that than I am with, well, than the D6 would give me, but I'm probably going to reroll it nonetheless. So, every time I say nonetheless, I feel like I'm referencing the NLSS, which I'm, you know, not most of the time. I feel like this run can slip away, and I can't shake the feeling that this is worse than default Mom's Knife damage. Like, this is Technology 2 choosing to punish me for previous hubris. Or maybe the Tears upgrades, but that wouldn't make sense. That was really terrible damage. And I'm at the point where I'm like, if I didn't get as absurdly lucky as I did, I seriously think I might have found myself losing this run in spite of the incredible advantages that I have. Like, if I didn't have Miter and Relic, I might have died just due to A, laziness, but also B, bad play, and kind of C, overconfidence. But the fact that I am doing so little damage with Mom's Knife is something that doesn't show up all that often. We do have the Ghost Horse here. Should be okay. Obviously, I want to kill the Bomb Fly, but we'll save that until it's easier to tell where it's... poison yourself and die, please. That Bomb Fly still is not dead. I guess using the horse to take it out is like the best option. If it actually could hit it, which it can't. Now it's got aggro on us. That's fine. That didn't take as long as I thought it would, actually. This anytime we have an easily skipped room, that's good. Probably not going to fight Greed. We're only 2 rooms away here. Alright, double Monstro 2. Got to at least keep these guys in our rotation as long as possible. I still don't see my health going down, but what a weird and oddly, and I hate to say this because it's like, you know, I should be a salesman, sell my own content, right? But what a weird and oddly unsatisfying run from my perspective, because I really want to just, like, one-hit KO every enemy that I see. But instead, I find myself not doing that. But still, it was fun. It was fun to mess around with the D6 as much as I did. And we will go back for that heart, probably. Because why wouldn't we? Apart from being really lazy, I can't believe I have so many speed upgrades and still this, like, weird pink version of myself is able to hurt me so much. Now, we should probably, yes, that's exactly what I was going to say, kill Sloth last. And as a result, we got a rerollable target, and it's Scapular. So I should probably get Kamikaze, but, whatever. I'm pretty sure I could just stand next to Isaac, or stand next to Blue Baby forever, and it'll all be over, right? Once I see my heart start to go down, I may reevaluate things. If I see my heart start to go down, I may reevaluate things, but I think I'm just going to be able to tank the bejesus out of him. Oh, I see my heart's going down slightly, but with Scapular, a full suite of orbitals, and the Wafer, I mean, I still played exceptionally poorly, but this is I got carried. Like, there's no 2 ways around it, is there? I got crazy carried, and still somehow almost found a way to throw. But in any case, if you enjoyed that and my antics with the D6, I suppose, as always, I encourage you to click the like button. It helps me out a great deal. Subscribe if you want to see more Daily Isaac, and leave a comment letting me know what you liked or did not like about the video. And of course, as always, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.